Werewolf can be read and heard in horror stories. Appears at night, especially when the moon is full. You will be blown away if you hear that this is not the words of the mindless or the opinion of some people. Because in ancient times, many people admitted that they were werewolves. According to witnesses, the so-called werewolves change form, kill people, and eat flesh. Many were caught and burned alive as punishment, but were they all caught? If you want to broaden your mind and deepen your understanding completely, let's dig through history together and find the answer in your curious thoughts. Over the centuries, many different legends have been attached to wolves and other were creatures. Some of these legends include the story of the werewolf from Eastern European folklore and that of a man named Lycaon, who according to legend was turned into a wolf by Zeus for cooking and eating his own son. Wolf-like features are present in humans in several different cultures. For example, a werewolf is the human form of a werewolf from European folklore. In the lore, wolves turn into human-like beings with pointed ears and long snouts during their monthly cycles, which can be taken as representing the menstrual cycle. However, some have argued that this is not an appropriate interpretation of this phenomenon and that it is just an example of the widespread occurrence of malformation in humans. The most popular theory is that when someone becomes a werewolf, they have been cursed by the devil or by some other evil spirit. In some cultures, people believe that they can become a werewolf by having contact with an actual wolf or dog during the time of the full moon, while in others, it is believed that if you eat human flesh, then you will turn into a wolf for 9 years. In order to become a true werewolf, it is believed that you must be born with certain traits such as having lots of hair on your chest and back, being strong and lean, having a very fast heartbeat, and being able to withstand the pain of a human bite. They are also said to have superhuman strength and speed that enables them to move swiftly in spite of their size. In some cultures, people who have undergone this transformation sometimes wear amulets made from wolf teeth and claws as protection against becoming a werewolf themselves. What does science tell us? It is said that they are really just an animal with a severe case of mange. This condition causes the animal to lose hair and develop an itchy skin rash. The symptoms can be so severe that it will cause them to act like a wild animal and attack anything in their path. This explains why some people say they see wolves or other animals when they are actually seeing someone who is suffering from mange. As we know, the idea of a werewolf has been present for centuries, but it's not just about folklore anymore. It's also about pop culture and film adaptations like The Wolfman and Underworld, as well as the recent TV series Teen Wolf. Another idea of a werewolf comes from something called the Ansi cord. It is like a map with the bones of your body which shows where your soul resides. There are 12 different points on the cord. The werewolf is someone whose soul has been twisted into the body of an animal, and that person's soul resides on one of the Ansi cord points. In The Wolfman, there was a man named Lawrence Talbot who was cursed by gypsies to transform into a wolf each full moon. This idea comes from the ancient belief that the werewolf is a cursed person who had their soul twisted into the body of an animal. The idea is still around today, but not in quite the same way. Larry Talbot, a man who works for a circus who obtains the power to transform into a wolf each full moon after getting bitten by one of the circus werewolves. The film tells the story of the curse that Talbot must struggle with as he slowly loses control over his main personality and transformation process. In some versions, Larry's twin brother, who also works for the circus, is killed in a horrific bus accident that turned him into a werewolf. This idea comes from a legend which states that people have relatives who are cursed, usually children or twins. It is said that these people turn into werewolves like their relatives. The curse follows a family line, just like the legend of the werewolf curse. Today, people still believe in werewolves and other mythical creatures that exist in our world. In the modern world, we don't see many werewolves. We have technology that can detect them and stop them from doing anything bad. However, there are still some characteristics of werewolves that we notice in our daily lives. The most obvious characteristic is their ability to turn into a wolf. It is also common for them to have sharp teeth, claws, and a strong sense of smell. In addition to these physical characteristics, they are also known for their supernatural abilities such as shapeshifting and being able to run at super speed. Werewolves have been a part of popular culture for centuries. They have been seen in many forms of media such as books, films, and TV shows. But they are no longer present in the mainstream. Werewolves are becoming less and less popular, but why? The first reason is that their presence has been limited to horror films and dark fantasy fiction. As a result, they have developed a negative image in the public eye, and this has impacted their popularity. The second reason is that people are afraid of them because they seem like monsters without control over themselves. People fear werewolves because they could turn into monsters at any time and attack them without provocation or warning. This fear makes it difficult for people to see the good side of werewolves and relate to them on an emotional level. Do you think werewolves exist? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and comment and let us know your thoughts. Subscribe now for weekly videos where we answer all your curious thoughts.